Hello, St. Peters, and welcome back for our second episode of our summer reading adventures of 2023. All aboard the Reading Express. We have taken a step off the train. We stopped in the station, and my friends are here giving piggyback rides. Isn't that silly? So we have Ralph, and then we have Tommy the Turtle and Magic Monkey, all three on top of each other. Over here, Douglas and the Pig of Joy are doing a piggyback ride on top of the Jar of Joy. And then Daisy, she's just chilling. She didn't want a piggyback ride today, and that's okay. Everybody likes their own thing, but they're all here and excited for our story and our activity today. Are you excited? All right, let's see what I have in my adventure pack today. I've added a few things. Let's see what we need. I have my book. And I have paper. We need that, just like we had last time. I'm gonna take out my pencil that I had in there, but I've added a couple things. I've added a pair of safety scissors. It has a round tip so that if you put it in your bag, it's not gonna poke a hole. You need a pencil and your crayons that have been in your pack. Let me get my crayons out. We're gonna make this. That's fun. That's a sneak peek. And then something to hold things together. So if you have tape, or if you have a glue stick, or a glue bottle, or even a stapler, they would all work for the project that we're going to do today. That's all we're gonna need right now. So I'm gonna set that aside. Of course, I have my water bottle, because it's a hot day. As you can see, it's the summertime. Summer just started. The sun is shining nice and bright. I have a sunshine on my shirt, and I had to wear my sunglasses today because it's so bright. It was hard for me to open my eyes and be able to see to read the story to you because my eyes would have been real squinty. So I'm gonna wear sunglasses today. If you're watching this outside, you might need to put sunglasses on too. But before we can make our project, we have a story. They're ready for a story. Are you ready for a story? I heard a frog. He's ready for our story too, and it's gonna be perfect. Wait till you see what our story is. Let's get ready. Let's turn up our ears so we're ready to listen. Turn off our mouths so we don't make a sound. Put your hands quietly in your lap. Take a nice big deep breath. And now we're ready for our story. That frog back there, I think he knows we're reading a story about a frog. This is called I Don't Want to Be a Frog. And he is really saying it loud. Look how big his mouth is. He doesn't want to be a frog. I wonder why. Let's find out. Our author is Dev Petty, and our illustrator is Mike Bolt. All right. I don't want to be a frog. Here we go. Here he is on the title page, reading a book about cats. Maybe he'd rather be a cat. Let's find out. I don't want to be a frog. I want to be a cat. You can't be a cat. Why not? Because you're a frog. I don't like being a frog. It's too wet. Well, you can't be a cat. I want to be a rabbit. You can't be a rabbit. Why not? Look, I can hop. That's true, he can hop, just like a rabbit. Sure, but where are your long ears? Besides, what's wrong with being a frog? I don't like being a frog. It's too slimy. That may be, but you can't be a rabbit. Oh, well, let's try something else. I want to be a pig. You can't be a pig. Why not? Most of all because you're a frog, but also because you don't have a curly tail
or eat garbage. I can eat garbage. Everyone says that until they eat garbage. Sorry, you can't be a frog.
Or you can't
be a pig. I say frog.
He really wants to be a pig.
I want to be an owl. Of course you want to be an owl. Being an owl is the greatest thing ever. Boy, would you love being an owl. So can I be an owl then?
Oh, can he? Do you think he's going to be an owl?
No, of course not. Why not? 1, you don't have wings. 2, you don't look wise. 3, you can't turn your head all the way around. And 4, you are a frog. What's wrong with being a frog anyhow? Too much bug eating. I see. But still, no being an owl for you.
True, he can't turn his head all the way around.
Uh-oh, who's that? Why so glum? I don't want to be a frog. What do you want to be then? Not a frog. I want to be a cat, or a rabbit, or a pig, or an owl. Something cute and warm. I'm going to let you in on a little secret.
Let's see who this guy is.
Whoa, he looks like a wolf. Uh-oh. I love eating cats. I love eating rabbits and pigs and owls too. And I am pretty hungry. I might just go gobble some up right now. That's terrible. It's who I am. But guess the one thing I never eat.
What do you think he never eats? You think so? Let's see.
Badgers? Oh no, I eat badgers. Lots of badgers. Frogs? Bingo. Why don't you eat frogs? Because they are too wet and slimy and full of bugs. Oh, so it's good to be a frog? Yep. I guess you can't fight nature. We are what we are. You are a fierce hunter. And you are a wet, slimy, bug-eating, very lucky frog. You should just be happy you're not a fly. What's wrong with being a fly?
Oh, he ate that fly right off the page. And this guy's chuckling. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess it was good he was a frog today because that wolf did not want to eat him. And here he is dancing with all the animal friends. Wasn't that a fun story? So he didn't want to be a frog, but in the end, it was probably the best thing for him to be himself. But wouldn't it be fun if you pretended to be all those things? He can still pretend to be a cat or a pig or an owl. He could pretend to be all of them. We could pretend to be Magic Monkey or Ralph, right? But then in the end, we come back and we are who we are. So I thought it would be a fun project so we could make some ears of all of those animals and pretend to be them. All right? So you're going to need to take out your paper and your scissors first. Now, you can have any kind of paper that you have. If you have construction paper, great. If you have newspaper, that'll work. If you have paper with lines on it, that's perfectly fine. Or if you have printer paper like this, it's just a regular piece of paper, just white. okay? So then you're gonna take your scissors. I'm not even gonna measure it, but see how mine, it's not too skinny. It's a little bit thicker, so you're just gonna go in a little bit and just cut a strip. Cut a strip all the way up. And then you're gonna do it again. Cut another strip. You should be able to get, if you have a regular size piece of paper, you should be able to get about 4 strips. Don't make them too skinny. You probably only need 2, but some of you will need 3. I need 3. That's how many I needed for this one, and I'll show you. So you're gonna take one of your strips and then pick up another strip, put them together like this. Now you can set this on the table so it's easier to put together. And this is where you're either going to glue it down, staple it, or put a piece of tape on it. So now if I measured it around my head with 2 strips, it doesn't quite touch, see? So I need to get one more strip, and I'm gonna put it on and put a piece of tape on it. So now it will be bigger than my head, but that's okay. I'm gonna measure it all the way around like that, and then pull it off, and I'm gonna hold it so I know where to tape it. So I'm gonna tape that down. And then see how this side is sticking up, this piece? I'm just gonna tape it right there. If anything sticks up, you can just tape it or glue it right down. So then I make sure it fits, perfect. And we're gonna set that aside for later. Because now we need to make the ears that go on top of that, right? So let me show you what I've done. I've done some ahead of time, but don't worry, I'm gonna show you how to draw them, and then you can color them in, okay? So here's what I've done. On one piece of paper, I made frog eyes, because remember, frogs don't really have ears that we can see, but their eyes do pop out on top of their head. So I made some frog eyes, and then I turned my paper and I made some pig ears, little pink pointy ears. Then I turned the page and I made some cat ears. And then I turned the page one more time and I use that space in the middle to make some pointy owl ears. It's kind of the feathers that go up above their ears, okay? And we can't forget the bunny, but he wasn't gonna fit on that paper, so I made another paper with bunny ears. All right, so I'm gonna show you how to draw all of those, and then we'll cut 1 or 2 out and put them onto our headband. And you'll be able to finish the rest at home. So you're gonna take out your paper, and we're gonna start with the frog. So let me show you one more time, okay? So a frog's eyes are just bumps. You're gonna start at the bottom on the short edge of your paper, and you are gonna draw some bumps like this. Ready? Bump. See that? Then I'm gonna put a line between, and I'm gonna make another bump. Bump. 2 bumps. Now, doesn't this one look a little bit smaller? So I'm gonna fix that, and I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger and erase this one. Now, they do not have to be perfectly the same size. That looks closer. And then I'm gonna put some circles for eyeballs, because frogs have eyeballs there, right? And then see, I have that line. When you color over it, you probably won't see it, but if you want to erase it, you can, because you're gonna color all of that green, just like this. We're gonna draw them all first before we color. So see how that pretty much matches. All right, let's turn our page. And now we're gonna make some pig ears. Now, pig's ears are like a triangle. So we're just gonna make a point. So you're gonna go up and down. They're not too big, just like that. And then we're gonna make a line, because we need to connect our ears so that we'll be able to glue it onto the page. Make a line. And then you're gonna go up and down again, a point. Pigs don't have super big ears, so that's just like that. And then we'll put the inside of their ear is just another up, down, like a mountain. Good. So the pig ears later on we'll color in pink. So now we have our frog and we have our pig. We're gonna turn it again so it's nice and tall to do our cat ears. Now I wanted my cat ears to look a little different than the pig, and I think cat's ears are a little bit bigger too. I just rounded the top a little bit. So instead of making a super pointy triangle, I made a roundish triangle. Watch this. So you're gonna go up and kind of round down like a small mountain. And then you're gonna put a line across to connect them. And then you're going to do it again. Go up and round down. So they're a little bit different than the pig. And then I'm going to make a little rounded mountain on the inside of the ears. So now I have my cat. Okay? Then we're going to turn the page one more time, and we're going to try to make these big owl feathers coming out of their ears. Now, as you can see, the owl, it's like a triangle, but I kind of curved it in a little bit, and it's pointy. All right? And I made it taller, almost like rabbit ears, but a little pointier. So let's see if we can do that. And remember, it doesn't have to look exactly like mine. Here we go. You're going to start at the bottom, and you're going to make a line up and kind of curve in just a little bit. Stop like that. That's all you got to do. Then you're going to bring that line down. And then you're going to make another one and curve in to the middle like this. But you don't want them to touch. And then you're going to come back down. This time we don't have that line in between, so we need to make that. And I'm going to make it a little taller and kind of like a curvy line a little bit for my owl. Now you see we have these two lines here. You can leave them, it's okay. But, because when you color it, you'll just color right over it. Or you can erase those lines so you don't see them as much. Okay? So now we have 4 people on here. 4 animals, not really people. 4 animals on here. Our frog, our pig, our cat, our owl. What are we missing? Right, the bunny. So take one more piece of paper, and we're going to make our bunny ears. Let me show you my example again. So the bunny ears look like this. See how they're taller? They're not all the way up to the top. They don't need to be, but they're a little bit taller than halfway through. So you're going to have your paper standing up nice and tall. Start at the bottom, and you're going to go up, and I kind of round it down. See that? And we're going to make another one. Go up and round it down. And then we need to put that bunny's head in the middle, the top of his head between the ears. Our bunny ears do need an inside, so it's going to be a tall mountain. A tall mountain, just like that. And once again, we have some lines there, so you can erase those lines, just the inside lines, or leave them there and we'll just color it in. Okay? So now it's time for you to color. I'm going to show you my example again. We're not going to color it together because you can pause and color however you want. They do not have to look like mine. Here's my frog. I made him green, but maybe you have a blue frog. I've actually seen a blue frog in the rainforest before. That's pretty cool. Then we have our pig. I made my pig pink, but there's also white pigs. There are gray pigs. There are spotted pigs. There are black pigs. You can color your pig any color you want. And then you're going to color your cat. I made my cat kind of a yellowish brown color, but oh my goodness, cats are all the colors. You can pick any color you want. Maybe you have a cat or you've seen a cat in the neighborhood, you can color it like that. And then my owl, I outlined it with my black crayon so you could see those beautiful feathers sticking up. And I used gray and brown and some black. Same thing, your owl can be any color you want. It can be lots of different colors. And then for my bunny, I made my bunny brown. Bunnies can be brown, white, black, just before. Or maybe you want your bunny to be pink with purple stripes. That would be fun. So just color up your ears. And when you're done, you're gonna hit play and we're gonna keep going, okay? All right, so everything should be colored now. We are going to get our scissors and we're gonna cut out some of our ears. So I'm gonna start with my frog eyes, actually. I'm just gonna cut around it. Cut around, and see how I turn my paper? So I don't have to turn my arm, because turning my arm would be really tricky to get this cut out. Take your time. We're not in a race. If I cut mine out faster than you cut yours out, just pause the video for a minute and then get yours all cut out, okay? It's gonna look like this. Then don't forget about our headband. You're gonna take those frog eyes and you are going to attach it, whether you use your glue stick or a piece of tape. I'm gonna use my glue stick this time so I can show you how it can stick, okay? Whoa. So I'm putting glue on the whole piece and and I'm gonna put it on my thing. So my frog eyes, I decided frogs are kind of a low profile. So my frog eyes are on the whole headband. They're not sticking up. So then if I put my headpiece on, I'm a frog and I can pretend to be a frog. Now, if you don't want this to be white, you're allowed to color that too. I'm not gonna do that today, but I like it just like that. There's my frog. Well, let's see about ears that might stick up a little bit, okay? Let's cut out the cat ears next, down here. So we're gonna cut them out. All around. Remember to turn your paper. It will help you cut it without having to turn your arm all crazy ways. You're gonna cut it out the best that you can. And I know sometimes we wanna run to somebody else to help us cut it out, but it's better if you do it on your own. And then it's your own masterpiece. Here's my cat ears. So if you want your cat ears to stick up a little bit, there's my frog eyes. I'm gonna turn my headband. I'm gonna put my cat ears right here. I'm gonna tape this time, because see how the back sticks up? So you don't wanna put glue on the top. If you glue it, just put glue on the very bottom strip of your cat ears, okay? So I'm gonna tape mine down this time. And then if I wanna be the cat, I turn my headband this way. Now I can be the cat, meow. Or I can be the frog, ribbit. Isn't that pretty cool? All right, I'm gonna do one more, because we're gonna do these big owl ears. These ones stick up even further. And then of course you can finish it, but now you know how to do it, right? You're gonna cut out your owl ears all the way around. Do you hear that frog? He is really ribbiting a lot. He's in a pond that's behind me. He's big and he's green and he likes to talk all day long. All right, I cut out my owl ears. These are pretty tall. So here's my cat ears. I'm gonna turn my headband again and put on my owl. Now my owl, I made him pretty big so I could glue him down all the way to the bottom. It almost looks like Batman. Isn't that cool? Almost looks like that. So I'm going to get my glue stick again and I'm gonna glue just the bottom part of the owl. Okay, and then I'm gonna get my headband and I'm gonna stick my owl on another side. Woo, woo, woo. So I'm an owl. Meow. I'm a cat. Ribbit. I'm a frog. All on one headband. And I don't think I have room on my headband. So see my inside piece, I'm gonna show you something, keeps flopping down. So I have to tape that on. I'm gonna tape it in the inside, no problem. But you can make another headband, especially if you only need two. You can make two headbands out of one piece of paper. And I'm gonna add my bunny and my pig to this one, okay? So then you'll have two headbands you can play with your friends. If you wanna put one animal on each headband, that's okay too, because maybe you have a whole group that wants to play. And then you can all pretend to be different animals. Isn't that a fun idea? I like it. So if you make a headband, I want you to show me your headband. So take a picture and put it in the comments on Facebook. Just like when you drew flamingos, I saw Mila's and I saw Jessie and Neela's flamingos. I saw Delaney's, they were amazing. So keep sharing those finished crafts with me so that I can see what a great job you're doing on our summer reading adventure. All right? All right, what do you say we spread some joy? Hey, Joy, you and Douglas are gonna need to take a break. Come on down, Douglas. They're so crazy. We need the jar of joy. All right, let's see how we're gonna spread some joy today. Remember, if you have an idea about how to spread some joy, send me a message and I will add it to our jar, okay? Let's see what we have today. Oh, what a beautiful way to start the summer and spread some joy. Tell someone that you love them. And guess what? You don't have to tell just one someone. You can tell all the special people in your life. You can call up somebody that you know maybe you haven't seen in a long time, call them up and say, I just wanted to call to tell you that I loved you. That would really spread some joy. If your mom makes you lunch, or your dad helps make dinner, or you wanted to play with your Legos and they sat down and played with you, or you were playing all day in the backyard, or they drove you to baseball practice, there's all kinds of things they do for you, and you can just say, you know what, I really love you, and thank you for doing those things for me. That's gonna fill their heart up, and they're gonna be so happy. That is a great way to spread some joy. So we're gonna go tell people that we love them. And of course, we need to tell all of you how much we love you. So thank you for joining us today for our fun animal celebration. Don't forget, we have to take out our summer reading folder. I almost forgot that part. Summer reading folder. We have to log this amazing book that we did today. So if you open it up, we colored our first train car last week. Now we're gonna color our second train car, and I'm just not even gonna look at my crayons. I'm gonna pick a color. Ooh, I picked purple. So we're gonna color the second train car. You do not have to use purple. Maybe you do the same thing that I did and just don't even look and pick a color. Maybe you have a pattern that you're thinking about doing on your train. However you want to color it, that's up to you. I don't want to just use one color. I'm gonna color the bottom of my train. Oh, what's this color? Apricot. Very fancy. The bottom of my train will be apricot. And let's see what color the wheels are gonna be. Ooh, the wheels are gonna be indigo. Indigo is just kind of like a darker shade of blue. It's kind of in between blue and purple. So it kind of goes with my purple on the top. Look at that. We have finished 2 summer reading adventures, all aboard our Reading Express. What do you think about that? I'm gonna put, oh, I dropped my pack. I'm gonna put that back in so I have it for next time. I don't wanna lose that. I'm gonna grab Joy and let you know one more time, don't forget to spread your joy by telling someone that you love them. All right, boys and girls, that's it for today. I hope you're having a great start to your summer and that you come and join us next week for our next summer reading adventure. Until then, keep spreading your joy.